Hello, my name is Tony, and I'm inviting you, the viewer, to join me on a journey of discovery where we uncover the truth about employment law and answer your questions. Are you ready? Hello and welcome to another episode of Employment Law. The truth is out there. My name's Tony and I'm joined as always by my amazing co-host Alison. Alison Colley, from founder and director of Real Employment Law Advice. Hello, Alison.
Hi, Tony. It's good to be back.
It's good to have you as always, Alison. And today's question is particularly good, I have to say. I enjoyed reading it when it came in. It's from one of our viewers called Piers, and he's from the Cotswolds. And he said to me, he's written in to me to ask, I've been suspended from work and I don't agree with it. I was only voicing my opinion, but now they're saying I can't go back in. What can I do?
Okay, so employers will often suspend employees when they need to undertake an investigation into something, so a disciplinary or an allegation or something like that. And employers are allowed to suspend you on full pay for a short period of time while they do that.
Okay, so full pay for how long? How long should this take?
Okay, so it's that special thing of reasonableness, which comes up in employment law all the time. So your employer needs to behave reasonably in the length of time in which they're suspending you. So it needs to be for no longer than is necessary to undertake an investigation or to deal with an issue that's arisen at work.
And how am I meant to know what's happening then?
So your employer should put in writing to you what's happening in relation to your suspension. So they should tell you at least an idea about why you've been suspended and how long it's going to be for, or how long they anticipate it to be for. And they should also keep in touch with you and tell you how regularly they're going to stay in touch about what's happening.
And as Piers said, he's not happy about this suspension. So if you're not happy with why, how can you voice your views, so to speak?
Yeah, so if you think that the reason that you've been suspended is unreasonable or disproportionate to what the allegation is, which it could be in Piers' case, then the best thing to do is to put it in writing to your employer, explaining why you think that what they've done is unfair and asking to return to work at the earliest opportunity. If you're feeling stressed or anxious or worried about things, then it's also important to put that in the letter as well.
Now, do I need legal advice? If I've been suspended, is the first thing I need to do speak to someone like yourself?
Yes, certainly you should get some advice, because you may not think that it's reasonable for your employer to suspend you. But when you speak to a solicitor, they might say, well, actually, in the circumstances, a short period of suspension would be reasonable while they look into it. So it's definitely worth getting some advice. And certainly if you're feeling that your employer's not listening to you or not staying in touch or hasn't communicated to you the reason or the length of your suspension, then a solicitor may be able to intervene and liaise with your employer on your behalf.
One question I've got, is there any way back from being suspended, or is that going to be it?
Absolutely. Being suspended shouldn't be an indication that you're going to be dismissed or even that it's going to go to a disciplinary. Often employers will use suspension as a way of removing someone from the workplace while they'll just look into something. So if there's been a serious allegation made against you by a colleague, they might think actually removing you will be a good opportunity to then look into that objectively and then deal with it accordingly. So definitely not. It's not an indication that you're going to be dismissed. It may mean that your employer goes down a disciplinary route with you, but certainly you should have an opportunity to engage in that disciplinary process.
Brilliant. And another thing I want to ask is, obviously Piers, thank you for the question, is based in the Cotswolds, and we aren't, or you're not based in the Cotswolds. Can he speak to you, or does he need to speak to someone more local?
No, we offer advice to people around the UK, obviously utilising technology like Teams and Zoom if you want to have a face-to-face meeting, or just by telephone and email. So you don't have to have a local solicitor. So if you want to use a specialist and they're not based near you, then you can do.
Brilliant. Anything else you want to add to suspension?
Yeah, if you want to write a letter to your employer, but you're not really sure about where to start, we do have a suspension DIY kit on our website, which is available to download for just £36. And within that is a template letter. There's 3 template letters and a grievance in there. So if you don't get anywhere with your employer by writing to them, then you can raise a grievance about your treatment. And we've included a template on how to do that in there. So for just £36, you can get the documents to do it yourself.
Absolute steal, I would say. So peers, hopefully that's answered your question. If it hasn't, of course, get in touch. And thank you for viewing today. My name's Tony, and this is Employment Law. The truth is out there. Stay legal.